This is just a kudos out to my old alma mater, Seneca College in Toronto. I went there way back when, and I got my diploma for graphic arts technical back in the day with a little co-op option where I got to work actually back at my other alma mater, Altomato, how you ever want to say that. I worked one summer back up in Ottawa, actually working for the Department of National Defence in their graphics department, and got to do some really cool technical illustrations as part of my degree, or diploma, I guess. Not really a degree. I don't have a degree in anything. I have a degree in being a smartass. But anyway, enough of that. I just was giving a shout out with the hat. I actually just wanted to go on today about finally watched the last episode the other night of Heroes of Cosplay, which is run by the SyFy channel in the States, and I saw it was actually sponsored by NBC Productions. So there you go, you got the corporate guys getting their noodle in there, which I don't really appreciate. I thought it was actually going to be like a cool show about, you know, these girls and the one guy about people competing in cosplay, you know, putting their, you know, effort in for the whole year to like, oh, let's make some costumes and let's build our own stuff, and thought it'd be really cool. The thing I didn't like was I commented it was almost like watching an episode of Chopped or something on the Food Network or any other reality channel where you know, you have the build up and then you're actually watching the footage, and then we cut to, oh, so what I was really feeling in this shot right here was I was feeling really sick. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you feel better. And those kind of things, and some of the things in there too, like some of the stuff. Maybe some of the girls really, you know, go all out doing this with. Like one of the girls, she was doing Yaya was doing a photo shoot, and she was doing a Jessica Rabbit, so she had a really cinched corset on to accentuate her shape to look like, you know, a cartoon character, that kind of thing. And then halfway through the shoot, she's ready to pass out because of course it's too tight. So why are you doing this? I can understand having the liking, and you know, I finally, like this year too, I actually put my geek hat on and played Gru for Toronto's Fan Expo, so that kind of thing. And I got a couple of kudos, a couple of pictures, but I didn't go out of my way to make myself uncomfortable. I dressed, you know, comfortably, you know, gave myself a nice look, that kind of thing, and you know, people appreciated that kind of thing. But when I saw some of the things, it was almost like, you know, like any other, like I said, all the reality shows, and it's all formula. It's like we're going to lead up to the big response. But first we break for commercial, and then we cut back to, you know, what's going to happen now, the cliffhanger for the episode, that kind of thing. So a lot of it I didn't like that, because I mean, like I said, I'm watching the next Food Network star. I can watch that. I thought Heroes of Cosplay should have been, and I think I tweeted this and commented that I really liked Spurlock's movie, you know, about God, I can't talk today. I've got Meg Tunyitis, Turniitis. I can't speak today. When he did the Comic-Con movie about San Diego Comic-Con, you know, that was filmed in 2010, I got the idea with Stanley. You know, let's make a movie together. You know, hey, that's a really good idea. Let's make a movie. Oh, Morgan, sorry, I forgot the man, Morgan Spurlock, and he's just like, and he actually does that in the comment section of all the little mini interviews. You're talking with him, and he just bumped into Stanley and says, yes, let's make this movie. This will be a great movie. Excelsior. It's my idea. And that I really enjoyed, and you got to see Holly Conrad in her true form as you know, a designer. She actually worked out of her garage. People thought she was running a meth lab, you know, because she lived in this little, you know, small town, middle of nowhere, you know, California kind of thing. And that, you get to see the true person, you know, honing their craft, and you got to see about the artists and all the other stuff. So that was a really cool movie about, this is what, you know, geekdom, nerddom is all about. You know, people put in their hearts and minds. And I mean, the other Heroes of Cosplay was touching on that too, but it seemed to throw in the drama. Like, oh my God, what am I going to do? I only have 5 days left, and I totally unplanned it. You know, every year the same cons. If you're these guys, they sound like they go to every convention in the States. They know. Oh, Comic-Con is then, Dragon Con is then, Gen Con, all the different, you know, cons. You're going to go Dragon Con, they're always the same year. The same thing with Fan Expo. It's every year in August, and you know it's precisely, okay, it's going to be maybe the second or third week of August, that kind of thing. And there's a new Toronto Comic Con that I just noticed that I believe is going to be in March every year, and I might try that one out because I think it's considerably cheaper than going to about 50% or something. So I'm going to try that out next year, see how that goes. Maybe I'll cosplay again too, or I might just go for the show and maybe try. Maybe by then I'll maybe get a video camera for Christmas. I want to get a better camera if I'm going to start doing filming footage and that kind of stuff, because my digital camera wasn't bad, but it wasn't phenomenal. And actually, I saw the newer cameras actually have they got built-in stabilization. So if you're doing this with your camera, the camera is just going to stay like that. It's not going to be like which way are we going. It's going to be a nice still shot. That kind of thing. But overall, yeah, I sort of forced myself to watch it, and it's just like deer in the headlights, and it's like, okay, I guess. But I didn't like the drama or Holly's friend Jessica. They were doing this cat memes thing at one of the other cons, and I shouldn't be wearing fur because it makes me sick. And she got sick, and like, are they doing this for the show, or are they doing this for effect? To me, this is not, I don't think, cosplaying is about. There should have been more actual realism, not almost, it felt like reality TV realism, which is probably bogus, and that's just my opinion. Maybe it wasn't, maybe it was true to form, I don't know. Do the people really go through all this? They go to all the different conventions, that kind of thing. So that's just, again, in my honest opinion about this. So but I said I would have rather seen like more of a documentary form. Like, let's really see the people, what they go through, how they build this, not the stress factors and not the arguing and all this stuff. If I want that, I can watch a drama. I can watch the Food Network. I can watch some of the other shows. I'm not a big fan of reality TV. I don't get for this in the face and doing video confessionals, that kind of thing. It's kind of silly. So that's my take on that one. And there's actually going to be, next week will be Nerdgasm? So on the Space Channel, and again, it's hosted by Stan Lee, and it's going to be, I don't know if it's going to be like a Big Brothers with geeks, and 5-6 geeks all together in one. Actually, I'm really looking forward to is Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Luckily, we've got the Time Channel, so I can watch the British Columbia version, late at night when I come home from work, because it's normally running at like 8 o'clock, and there's not enough on TV for me to actually invest in the PVR. So again, just my thoughts on the goings on in the world of geekdom, and everybody have a good day, and Peter out.